Hare Srinivasa, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Prasanna Venkatadasa Gurubhyo Namaha. Now let us resume our contemplations on the Narayana Panjara composed by Shri Prasanna Venkatadasaru. As we have already seen, Dasaru has taken taken us through a series of padyas in which he describes the glory of Narayana through the Dashavataras, through his grace on the devotees like Dhruva and others. And then he starts the entreaty to Paramatma. So he starts praying to Paramatma and beseeching him and surrendering to him, seeking his grace, which is what is the final import of all Shastras, knowing and understanding that Paramatma is compassionate and benevolent, and also his capabilities. He can take any avatar and he can accomplish anything that we may think is impossible. Through his avatara kriyas, he has shown that to us many times. So, using these methods to make us feel completely that we are trusting someone who is well worthy of that trust. Firstly, he has the capability, and then that capability has no end, like it is not having a beginning or a end. His capability is infinite because his gunas are infinite. And at the same time, he has no benefit in this. Whatever he does it for the sake of the devotee. And that it is his continuous compassion on them that makes him do everything. And to show that, he has shown taken avatars and he has exhibited his gunas through those avatars like Narasimha, Rama, Krishna, and others, which we have already seen. Then he started talking about the Rupa of Paramatma, Venkataramana. How do we have to visualize him? After that, he has told Paramatma in a one-to-one speech that you are my father, you are my mother, you are my everything. I don't have anyone other than you. And then how can I even believe this body? This body is anyway Nashwara. The body will anyway go. So I cannot believe that this is going to be my succor. Let me see what I have to do next. So the beseeching and the entreaty continues, and we are in that place here, which is the actual 32nd verse. Narayanaya namo Narayanaya namo Narayana Naradara mukadinda narakastara ebbisida Narayanaya namo Narayana Tanu ನೆಚ್ಚಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಚಿತ್ತದ ಗತಿಯೂ ನೀಟಿಲ್ಲ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ತನಯ ತರುಣಿ ಕೊನೆಯ ಸಂಗತಿಗೆ ಆರಿಲ್ಲ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ. We stopped here. That is, we cannot trust the body because ದೇಹಿನೋಸ್ಮಿನ್ ಯಥಾ ದೇಹೆ ಕೌಮಾರಂ ಯೌವನಂ ಜರ ತಥಾ ದೇಹಾಂತ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತಿಹಿ ಧೀರಸ್ತತ್ರ ನ ಮುಹ್ಯತಿ. So a dhira does not feel sad that the body is going to go. And that is what is Prasanna Venkatadasaru's impression. In his mind, he is having this confirmed thought that anyway, as the body has progressed from childhood to youth and then to old age, it will also perish. So I don't have anything. That's why he's saying Tanu Nechikilla. I don't have to be affectionate or think that this is going to be my eternal source of succor. And chittada gatiyu gottilla, neetil. I don't expect that my mind and my memory will work as much as it is working right now. Because that is not in my hand. Basically, that is the thing, the lack of independence. The jiva has no independence in its work or action. The action and work is based on the previous karma and the swabhava of the jiva. Paramatma in the Bhagavad Gita also tells this, na kartrutvam na karmani lokasya srijati prabhuhu. Na karma phala samyogam swabhavastu pravartate. In that, Acharyaru has clearly explained that swabhava means one, the swabhava of the jiva, that means the innate nature of the jiva. Accordingly, it will be made to do. Swabhava means also Paramatma. Who will make it to do? Swabhavastu pravartate means swayameva bhavayati. Who will give that form to the jiva and who will make it to do all the work and also give the phala to it. That is Swabhava, Paramatma. So here Dasaru is clearly putting that forward to Paramatma in the practicality. He's telling that anyway this body is not permanent and this mind also is not permanent in the way that I'm using it right now. We don't know when the mind will stop working or when it will not work properly because we don't have the control on it for permanence in doing anything. Aswatantranu jiva, Hari Sarva Swatantranu, Nitya Sukhamaya. ನಿಸ್ವಬದ್ಧ ಅಲ್ಪಜ್ಞ ಅಶಕ್ತ ಸದುಃಖ ನಿರ್ವಿಣ್ಣ ಹ್ರಸ್ವದೇಹಿ ಸನಾತ ಜೀವನು. ಜೀವ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಪಜ್ಞತೆ, ಅಲ್ಪ ಶಕ್ತಿತ್ವ, it is having dukkha along with it, nirvinna, it is having dosha along with it, it is having a deha which is nashvara, hrasvadehi. Sanata means he is always being controlled by the nata who is Paramatma. Bimba is the Paramatma, he controls the jiva. Whereas Paramatma is Hari Sarva Swatantra and Nitya Sukhamaya. He is. This is the comparison given by Jagannath Dasaru in the Stavara Jangama Sandhi. So, keeping all these gunas of Paramatma in mind and the actual capability of the jiva being nothing as such except to exert the mental uh, functions as given by Paramatma, knowing that exert to the full Mahaprayatna has to be done. But Mahaprayatna has to be done with the knowledge that Paramatma is with his infinite grace is making us do it. Tanaya Taruni Konaya Sangatige Arilla. So when the end is there, then who can come with the jiva? The body will be left and the jiva will be taken. So there is no question of anyone else following or being your friend or coming along with you. ದೋಷಗಳನ್ ಅರಸದ್ ಎನ್ನನ್ನು ಸಾಕು ಸಾಕಯ್ಯ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ದಾಸ ಪಾಲಕ ದೇವ ಡಿಂಗರಿಗರ ಸಂಜೀವ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ದೋಷಗಳನ್ನ ಅರಸದ್ ಎನ್ನ ಸಾಕು ಸಾಕಯ್ಯ. So he is pleading with Lord Venkataramana, you are the master of the sadgunas. You will uplift anyone who surrenders to you. Venkata Ramana means Vem means Papa. Katati, Venkata means who will cut off all the sins. And then Ramana means he will keep that soul in bliss. Venkata Ramana. That Venkata Ramana is being beseeched as to remove our doshas, we have to be ದೋಷಗಳ ನರಸದೆನ್ನನು. Don't search for the doshas that are in me, he says. Instead, saku sakaya. Saku means uplift me. Give me the nourishment that I require to become your true devotee. So what is the nourishment that is required for a soul? It is the uncovering of its own jnana. And to get that jnana, the paroksha jnana is required. That is the nourishing. Paroksha jnana means to get the knowledge through the guru, through the scriptures, through hearing, through studying, through doing the manana. After that, the inner essence of the jiva will be shown by Paramatma. So that is what he's saying, saku sakaya. So once all these doshas are all the ajnana. Jnanena avritam tad ajnanam. So ajnana is covering the jnana of the jiva. Once the paroksha jnana is bright and brilliant, then that ajnana will be destroyed and the inner essence of the jiva's knowledge will be able to come out, which is the bhava of the dasa, which is the understanding that Hari Sarva Swatantra, Jiva Aswabadha, Alpagnya, Nirvinna, all these gunas are the jiva's gunas. That is understood very clearly by that aparoksha jnani. Self-realization happens and at the same time, after that, the God realization happens. Please uplift me to that level. O Narayana, I bow down to you, is what Prasanna Venkatadasaru says. Then he says, you are the Dasa Palaka. Dasa Palaka Deva Dingarigara Sanjiva. Why do I come and beseech you to do it? I can ask someone else, no. No, there is no other one who can help me. Because you are the Dasa Palaka. Dasa means who has the understanding that you are the Swami, who has the understanding that only you are fit to be the Swami. So you are the Swami of everyone. And once they know that, you are going to uplift them. Dasa Palaka is your name, is your guna. What you do is those who are your dasas, you uplift them. You give them the proper nourishment and you, he's saying, Dingarigara Sanjiva. Dingara also means who are your servants. They are accepted that you are the master and they will do your bidding. So doing the bidding means what? To be unobstructed to Paramatma's wish. That is Dingara. So those Dingaras, they get Sanjiva. They are filled with joy. They are filled with a new life to do things. They are always completely in spirits to do their work. Narayana Namo Narayana. Then we go to the 35 number. It says, ನಿನ್ನ ಮೂರುತಿ ನೋಡಿ 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 ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ನಿನ್ನನ್ನೇ ಬಿಂಬವನೆಂದು ಕಂಡು ಕೊಂಡಾಡುವೆನು ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ. You can see that how he has come to that level where he has seen God. So he is saying, Bimba nendu kondaduveno. I am, kondadu means to sing the glory of the Bimba. So what is the Bimba? Bimba is that superior Shakti inside everyone who does all the work, who makes everyone to do the work. And he allots everyone their karma's fruits also. Sees to it that they will undergo or experience those karmas. That is Narayana. So he's telling, I'm looking at your glory. Your glory is so huge and so beautiful and brilliant. And I'm looking at your Muruti, he's saying. Ninna Muruti, Nodi, 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 Nodi. So what is this four are there here? Nodi, Nodi, Nodi. First what you see is this form. So when we see four, we can understand it in many ways. One way is to understand that every form in the world, might be a stula form, means the appearance, however it is, that is also having one Paramatma's Rupa in it. In this entire Deha, Purusha Namakanu Dehakaradali Iruva. So he is there inside this Deha as this Akara itself. And then there is the Aniruddha Deha or the Sukshma Sharira where also Paramatma is there. And then inside there is the Linga Sharira where also Paramatma is there. Then in the fourth one there is Paramatma which is the Swabhava, Bimba Rupa. So this Bimba Paramatma is there in these four also he is telling. I have seen Nodi, Nodi, Nodi. I'm seeing that this Stula form is there because you are there in this form inside this Deha. Then secondly, I'm seeing that the Aniruddha Deha has whatever capability that it has. What does the Aniruddha Deha do? After the body is shed, that is the Stula Sharira is shed, then the Aniruddha Sharira is the Sukshma Sharira, which is along with it only the Jiva is carried to its different lokas and destinations wherever it has to go. That capability is possible only because Paramatma resides there. He gives the avakasha to the devatas also to reside there and do their work in the stula form. That is also there. And then after that, inside the Linga Sharira, the karma store is there. So it is maintained by Paramatma being present there. And inside the Swarupa also he is there. So he is telling, I'm saying that you are there in every step. In my Deha, it's not my Deha, right? It is you who are there in this Deha. And because of that, it appears like this. You are there in the Yatna Sharira. You are there in the Linga Sharira. You who are there inside the Swabhava or my own Swarupa. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಮೂರುತಿ ನೋಡಿ 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 ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ. Then I am just giving my prostrations to you. I fall down at your feet and I beg mercy, he says, Narayana Namo. Because firstly, every time we say that I am doing this, I am doing that, it is mine, this belongs to me. Once you know what is actually the truth, then all this is become, it is all what we are talking is just not the truth, right? If we say something belongs to us which is really not ours, then it is not the truth. So that type of noticing happens when the truth dawns on that jiva. That noticing that it is because of Paramatma, the awareness that he is there and that's why this body is there. He is there, that's why the all the other bodies are also clinging to this jiva. And he is able to carry it forward into the next janma where he can do his sadhana again. That is also Paramatma's grace. So he is telling, I fall at your feet. And then this four also talks about the four states of the jiva. The four states of the jiva are controlled by Paramatma. The first one is the echara, that is the awakened state. Second one is the dream state. Then the third one is the nidra or the deep sleep state. And the fourth one is the samadhi state. So these four states of the jiva are not there. I mean, except three of them are there for every jiva. The fourth one is only for those who have done the sadhana. So he is the person who has done the sadhana, that is Prasanna Venkata Dasaru. He says that in these four states, I see you. Narayanaya Namo. Awakened state, I am aware that you are the one who is causing everything. In the Nidre, I am only seeing your beautiful lotus feet. When I am in the deep sleep, I am very much blessed to be in your lap, O Prajna. And then when I sit for the meditation and I am in Samadhi, I am blessed to see your Rupa. So Nodi, 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 Ninna Muruti, Nodi, 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 Nodi. Narayanaya Namo Narayana. Another one way to see why he told for Narayana. Because Paramatma has four rupas through which he does lots of vyaparas. Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Sankarshna, Vasudeva. Who is the Mula Rupa? Narayana. He takes the four Vyuha Rupas and in the entire Srishti, his Rupas are there. And because of his Rupas only, every work happens. So, if you see the mind works, if you see how the mind works, then Dasaru says, Vidyatanendenisikomba Aniruddha Devanu Buddhi Enisuva Pradyumna Siddhi Enisuva Sankarshana Prasiddha Namaka Vasudeva Anavadya Rupa Chatushthayagal Aritavane Panditanu. Who knows that their mind works because of Aniruddha, their buddhi works because of Pradyumna, and they obtain the knowledge, the fruit of that knowledge, that is Shankarshana and Vasudeva, gives the final fruit, which is beatitude or moksha. Ninnanne bimbava nendu kandu kondaduveno. After seeing this, that you are the one who is inside, who makes me do everything. Then I fall at your feet and I Kondaduvenu. I sing your glory, he says. So he's singing the glory. Narayana Namo Narayana. All of us should surrender to Narayana and we should pray to him. Ninna mai bevara o ಹೊಳೆಯೋಳು ಮುಳುಗಿಸಿ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ನಿನ್ನವನ ನಿನ್ನವರ ಕೈಲಿ ಕೊಡು ಗಡ ಗಡ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ. Paramatma's body has no sweat, the nature that we see in our bodies. What is Paramatma's is Shubha Svedapalenipa Ramamba. Brahma Parokshigaladavara Linganga Kedisuvalu is a phrase from the Harikatamrita Sara where he says Shubha Svedapalenipa Ramamba. Shubha Sveda, Sveda means Bevaru. Here also he is telling Ninna Maya Bevaru. Adra Hole. Hole means the river. That is called as the Viraja. Viraja Snana happens and then only the jiva goes to moksha. So Dasru says, give me that bath in your Shubhasveda or the Viraja Nadi by making me immersed in that so that I can be free of the Linga Sharira, which is having the all the Triguna Samanda. Narayana Namo Narayana. And then after that what happens? Ninnavara Kaili Kodu. I am yours. I am your servant for eternal time. Mama Swami Harir Nityam Sarvasya Patirevacha is the Anusandana that Acharya Madhvaru has given to everyone. Anyone should do this Anusandana that you are the Swami Hari. And those who are doing this Anusandana, they understand that he is the Swami for everyone else also. And that Paramatma accepts those who are of this mental state. without any effort. Effortlessly, they are able to do it. They will say, Ninnava, Ninnava, because I have accepted that you are my Swami. I will be with you only. I will do whatever you say. And so they become his people. So Dasaru is clearly declaring that I am belonging to you. So you must give me to your people. So who are his people? Those who are in the moksha, they are all your people. So give me to them. Hand me over to that. Okay. Otherwise, in this world, hand me over to your dasas. That means keep me in the company of your dasas. ವಾರಿಯಲಿ ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಯೋ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ವಾರಾಹ ವಾಮನ ನೃಸಿಂಹ ಕೇಶವ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ವೆದರ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ವೆದರ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಇನ್ ದ in a place bhumi or whether I am in the forest or in the anywhere in the world, wherever there is in the world place, water is there, there is a bhumi, there is adavi, there is these three things are there. So, or the Akasha and the Gagana and all that. So, in the Narayana Varma also, they have given us the method of beseeching the Paramatma's glory and seeking his grace to avoid the mishappenings in any of the places. Thinking of Varaha, Vamana, Nrisimha, Keshava. So, Nrisimha is usually contemplated in the Adavi and in Varaha in the mountains, Vamana in the different places. So we can Keshava Swami. So he is telling you are the Swami of everything. So you must uplift me from being in any danger in all these places. ಸದ್ಕುಲೋದ್ಭವ ನಾದೆ ಸನ್ಮಾರ್ಗ ಅರಿಯಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಸತ್ಕರ್ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಬಹಿಷ್ಕೃತನಾಗಿ ಬಾಳುತಿಹೇ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ. Then when we think about whether we can actually do this kind of surrender, because we are aware that as much as the dictions have been given to us by the superiors or the great elders and the jnanis, we are not following them. So even though we have been given a birth in the Manusha Sharira, in the Brahmin Kula, with a guru as great as Sri Madhvacharya and his Anuyayis, we are not following everything that they have told. And even whatever we follow has lots of doshas. So he is telling, even after I have been in this Kula, which you have bestowed on me, I have not stuck to the right path. Please forgive me. Satkulodbhava nade sanmarga ariyalilla. Even though I have been brought, you sent me to that place where I should start doing my sadhana, but I did not stick to that path. Satkarmagalige bahishkritanagi. I have not done anything that will allow me to do the satkarma, because satkarma has to be done with a state of mind that is pure. But I have not kept my mind in that state, so I cannot do that karma only. And I'm living like that only. Balutihe Narayana Namo Narayana. So it is like a complete surrender and a confession in front of Paramatma that in spite of being given the opportunity, we have not made use of it fully. And so we seek your grace to improve upon it. ಒಂದು ಜಾವದ ತಪ್ಪನೆಂದೆಂದಿಗೂ ಗುಣಲಾರೆ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ವಂದಿಸುವೆ ಸಾಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ತ್ರಾಹಿ ತ್ರಾಹಿ ಪಾಹಿ ತ್ರಾಹಿ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ. Even in one java, in one day, ಒಂದು ಜಾವಕ್ಕೆ ಹರಿ ಎನ್ನಬೇಕು is what is told. That is, it is a period of time in the day where we have to chant Paramatma's name all the time. So if I have the karmas that we do, if we are doing it with that mind state which is not pure, then it becomes papa. So when it is papa, then we have to obtain the fruit of that papa in some janma or the other, or even in this janma, which will be definitely misery. So he's telling, I don't want that. I don't want to experience that kind of misery, which will be my due, because I have not maintained that purity of mind at all. But I fall at your feet, he says. Vandi suve sashtanga. And then I fall at your feet with my folded hands and I say, Trahi, Trahi, Pahi, Trahi. So, Trahi, Trahi, don't uplift me, don't put me in misery. Uplift me from that. Make me toe the line to your um, devotees. Make me toe the line to the scriptures. Make me toe the line to a pure heart. Pahi, I beg of you. This is the surrender bhava that he is telling. And in this also, he has the 4 words for that. Trahi, trahi, pahi, pahi. So I have no one other than you to seek. Is the first one. Trahi, because you are my Swami. Then, because there is no other one who can uplift me. Then, pahi, because you are the Karunalu. In spite of all that I have done, you will uplift me. You are the Karunalu. So I am begging you. And then the 4th one is Trahi again. So he's saying that show me the right path and make me to it. So you have 4 reasons to beseech in front of Paramatma that whatever I have done so far, please don't put me in the misery of those karmas that I have done with the unclean mind. Make my mind clean through these various steps and make me surrender to your feet. मद्वेष मध्वप्रिय मध्वमत परिपाल नारायणाय नमो नारायण मध्वगुरुस्तुत्या मध्वार्चित पदाब्ज हरि नारायणाय नमो नारायण मद्वेष मध्वप्रिय I that Narayana is the same as Madhvesha. Madhva, Acharya Madhva propagated that philosophy which proclaims the superiority of Hari. Who is Hari? Who is the one who resides inside everyone? He is Hari. Who is the one who removes the afflictions of the good people and bestows their mind, whatever they are seeking in their minds, Sarveshta Dayaka. And that Hari is completely flawless and has no doshas. Madhva Priya. He was well loved by Acharya Madhva. Madhva sang the songs of devotion. Vande Vandyam Sadanandam Vasudevam Niranjanam Indirapatim Madhyadi Varadesha Varapradam Namami Nikiladisha Kirita Grishta Pitavat Rithamana Shamane Arkavam Sripater Pada Pankajam. So beautifully he sings about that Paramatma who is worthy of worship. He says, starts with one day. He is the one who is worthy of worship. So that beautiful picture of Paramatma is brought out by Acharya. Prinayamo Vasudevam Devata Mandala Kandamandanam. He is the Bala Kadala Navika. He is the Krishnamurti who comes in front of my eyes. These are all the songs that Acharya sang. Madhva Priya, Madhva Mata Paripala. Paramatma is the Madhva Mata Paripala. Means whoever is surrendering to this truth that is propagated by Acharya Madhva, to them he will Paripala means he will take good care of them. He will give them upliftment. To that Narayana I bow down. Madhva Guru Stutya. Acharya Madhva sang the songs in glory of you. Not just songs, whichever bhashya, whichever writings are there of Acharya Madhva, everywhere he sings about the greatness of Paramatma. Madhvarchita Padabja Hari. You are that Paramatma who was worshipped by Acharya Madhva. That is the more avatara of Mukhya Prana is Hanuma, Bhima and Madhva. As Madhva, he worshipped you. He installed you in the Udupi as a law. From Dwaraka, he came to Udupi and Paramatma was consecrated there. The idol was consecrated there with all the paraphernalia that is required as per the Vedic instructions. And then he worshipped Narayana in that form. And he worshipped Narayana in the form of Vedavyasa at Badri, Uttara Badri. He went there and he did in Badri, he worshipped Narayana, he submitted his Bhashya there. Then he went upwards to, after doing 45 days of Kashta Mauna Vrata, he went to the Badri Upper Badri, where he met Vedavyasaru and surrendered at his feet. So, Madhva Archita Padabja Hari, he surrendered at your feet. That Hari, I bow down to you. Narayanaya Namo Narayana. ಏನರಿಯದವ ನಾನು ನೀನೇ ಪರಗತಿ ಎನಗೆ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಪ್ರಾಣ ನಿನಗರ್ಪಿಸಿದೆ ಪ್ರಸನ್ನ ವೆಂಕಟ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನಾರಾಯಣಾಯ ನಮೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಏನನರಿಯದವ ನಾನು. This is the method of worship, because the real knowledge that we won't have anything, that our knowledge itself is so limited, is the maximum, is a thing that is very much required in our worship. So that is a worship that has been advocated in all the scriptures, and even in the Jitante Stotra, the Brahma Devaru speaks to Paramatma, and he says that I don't know anything. Whatever I do is having lopa. Mantrahinam, kriyahinam, bhaktihinam, ramapate. Yatkritam tu maya deva paripurnam tadastute. What is there that I know correctly, he says. Narayana, do I know the mantra correctly? Do I know how to do the kriya correctly? Do I have the bhakti that is required to engage in the worship? No. So I only beg of you, please make it complete. If you accept it, it will become complete. The same way, Prasna Venkatadasaru very lovingly and beseeches to Narayana that I don't know anything. Enu ariye nanu, neene paragati. You are the only one who is my succor, who is my salvation. That is a knowledge which is much required, that he is the sole giver of bliss. He is the sole uplifter. He is the sole succor. He is the soul, means only one and only one. Narayanaya Namo Narayana. Prana ninagarpiside Prasanna Venkata Krishna. What else I have? This whole body and the prana that is inside. I drop at your feet and I beg of you to accept this. Whatever I have is yours. Kereya neerannu kerege challi varava padevadavarante kaaniro. Whatever we have is Paramatma's, and the offering of that has to be made to him with the knowledge that he is the sole savior of everyone. And he is qualified for that because he is completely auspicious and completely infinitely auspicious. And at the same time, he is of infinite benevolence and compassion. So we bow down to that Narayana, and we thank Prasanna Venkatadasaru for leading us along this prayer with the right anusandhanas that one has to do while praying to obtain the right kind of protection, to obtain the right state of mind in which we can actually surrender to Paramatma. So repeating these verses again and again on a daily basis and following it through the mental states and awareness of what he is actually saying will go a long way to bring us towards a state of mind which is more clear and pure. And I thank Prasanna Venkatadasaru Cultural Trust for hosting me, and especially Dr. Subhash Kakandaki for giving me this opportunity to delve deep into the glory of the Narayana Panjara. Left alone, we do not do much, but by the benevolence of the high-spirited souls, we are also uplifted. I thank you, sir. And to all my listeners, I thank them too, because they are my inspiration to complete the journey. Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Hare Srinivas.